Hey y'all, welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and dive in and see what Divine Holy Spirit has for the collective. The cards are all upright and in order by way of major arcana and through each element. I heard sentimental just now, but I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the comments, subscriptions to the channel, consideration, and donations. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, sentimental. So somebody's possibly going through some memories, whether it's internally, like mental, or they have like physical things that they can kind of go through picture-wise, articles of clothing, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that they're in this energy of, I don't know, I'm getting like a weeping energy. So weeping would be combined with like sadness and crying and remorse, regret, those things, you guys. So it's very somber, but at the same time it has a little stinge of misery along with that. So all right, that was pretty to the point, y'all. So let's go ahead and Holy Spirit of the highest white light consciousness, what do you have for the collective? What's the collective need to know and be made aware of? So I'm hearing like funeral arrangements, flower arrangements, agreements being put in place. That's what I'm hearing. All right, I heard parlor, like a funeral parlor. So yeah, I'm getting all the vibes, y'all, of like a kind of awake energy. People gathered in a little small room with, you know, the casket and loved ones. I'm hearing the word mystery. So there maybe this is a mysterious ending for someone that, you know, that nobody can really point the finger at anyone else as, you know, like someone who would have committed an act of unaliving towards someone else. This possibly just has some sort of mysterious circumstances surrounding, you know, this person, or, you know, whatever it is that we're talking about here. I heard closed casket just now. Yikes, I don't like this, y'all. I don't like this. I do not like this. I heard mystery again. I didn't know this was going to be dark. I felt the energy that it was, you know, it was kind of somber, and I heard sentimental. You know, it didn't seem sad because I feel it was whatever it was being accepted. You know, that's what it was. So I'm hearing fate. The fate was accepted, and I heard sealed. So, you know, there wasn't really a reason to, you know, be, I guess the emotion behind it being sad, it was more or less like, well, let me go ahead and, you know, go back down memory lane and laugh and cry and do whatever it is. You know, it seems like closure energy. Yikes. I heard skeptical. I don't know what skeptical would mean right now. Spirit, what's skeptical? What's that energy? Skeptical. I guess maybe making something hard to believe, but it's believable, but still hard to process. Skeptical. Or maybe not believing something. Like if you're skeptical to believe something. So I don't know whose energy that is. But that's something about processing it. Processing the emotions behind it. So I don't know if this is to the extended family who's having a hard time processing, or they're skeptical about. Okay, so I heard involvement. Whew. So I'm hearing possibly there's one story. I'm hearing derivative, something being derived from. So there's like a story floating around, I guess, with the mysterious, I heard mysterious death. So whatever the family's having to process, they're skeptical. All right, let's just get the cards out here, y'all. All right, so this card flipped out in the deck, so I'm gonna just lay it out on the table. 5 of Wands. This card also flipped out in the deck. Ten of Swords. I'm going to lay it out on the table. So that Five of Wands, Ten of Swords, right back to back like that. It, you know, plays into this energy that we're already in. The Four of Pentacles flipped out in the deck. I'm going to stop right there, y'all. I think we pretty much already have the, I heard scheme just now. We have the scheme. I don't know what in the world's going on here, y'all, but the skeptical ties into the scheme energy. Okay, so we have just the. I'm almost like, I don't even want to do this, y'all, but I know that I have to, but for some reason it's like, I don't know, I'm feeling kind of funny, but I don't think it's for the reasons that one might assume. I feel like there's an energy of somebody who feels like they're about to say too much or they don't want to say too much. So maybe that's where the skeptical energy is coming from. And what was the other word I heard along with that? I can't remember. When I watch it back, it'll tie in, or I'll be reminded of it as we go along. But I heard sorcery just now. So I guess that will play into the mystery or the mysticism that was surrounding the energy. All right, Spirit, we're gonna carry on forward with this. I heard strange. I'm just seeing the faces twisted of family. Like what? Like, huh? Like, I mean, that processing of the information is what's being delayed here. So I guess needless to say, there would be a lot of unanswered questions here. We got the closed casket. We got the mysterious circumstances surrounding the unaliving. And then the skepticism combined with that. Like, huh? That's kind of what I'm getting. The twisted faces. Like something, and then there's that energy that I had that I picked up on, that somebody is afraid that they'll say too much. So this person's being cornered almost. The person who feels like they are maybe going to say too much because something's not adding up. Something's not making sense here to the family behind this mysterious circumstance of an unaliving. All right, we got it. The sorcery. Y'all, I just looked down over here at the table. Who's that? The Queen of Wands. So I felt a feminine energy was the one who was being careful not to say too much. Because what it would entail is this Queen of Wands knows way more than what they're portraying not to know. I said portraying not to know. So they know everything. But the act is that they don't give it away. Because I felt something funny, but I knew that was an energy that had to do with something that just needed to kind of bubble up. But the bubbling up was something that just had to be processed. Because the family's not understanding what they're hearing or what they're seeing, what's surrounding this. It's all a mystery right now. But there was someone else here that's kind of quiet, but there for support. But maybe the last person seen with this person who unfortunately passed. But they're not, their mom as can be. But they want to show up in support. But there's more to the story here, obviously, because even the family's not buying this. Whatever they've heard so far, what they've been told. I'm hearing what they've been told by detectives. Whew, man, here we go, y'all. We got Justice card reverse at the bottom of the deck. I'm feeling a lot of pressure on my chest, y'all. Like I'm having to breathe, and I feel like I'm running out of breath even as I'm talking. Like I can't even stop to take a breath even. I'm feeling that. Spirit, what's the Justice card reverse? I heard a moment's notice. What's the moment's notice? I heard tick-tock, like as in a clock, tick-tock. All right, this was an ambush. This was a burglary, ambush. It's like, okay, go. You know, like they're waiting outside the door. They're waiting outside wherever. They got the signal and it was go time. Possibly 3 masculine energies. I'm just hearing a whole lot of shuffling. So this could have been done at night. So if the lights were out, there was a lot of bumping into stuff. Because it's really giving that. Just a lot of feet movement and furniture and boom, and possibly that's that 5 of Wands, y'all. And then that 10 of Swords bringing the ending, the ultimate ending. These 2 flipped out in the deck. I had to pull them out. So this is what's unknown here. This is why it's not adding up. Because whoever this Queen of Wands is possibly had something to do with a setup of allowing these 3 men to be able to get at whoever this is that is you know, what is the topic of discussion as to, well, what really happened? Because what we're hearing from detectives is not making sense. I heard they just found him like that. I want to say them, because it could be a masculine or feminine, or it could be a trans individual that may identify as. So that's the story. That's why the family's not buying this. They just found him. They know there's more to it. Like, found him where? How, you know, we need more to this. This isn't enough. But the thing is, right now they have to deal with, because I heard the arrangements. So they're dealing with making arrangements, but at the same time, they're grieving, but they have questions. But here's the Queen of Wands showing up for support. But they know, but the Queen of Wands is the one feeling like, I can't say too much here. I keep getting a bubble up energy, like something's just going to be so compressed that it's going to bubble up to the surface, because I heard burst. We'll get over here to this Queen of Wands, but this is what we need to know. This is everything from the Justice card reverse. I heard pinpoint. So there's a lack of accuracy here when it comes to whatever information has been handed over to the family of the deceased. And then who was the last person seen alive with this person? At least that's the story that's being given or not given. But that would be the point of contact, which the Queen of Wands would be that, but she's not mentioning that there were 3 other individuals there who came in and did the job. I got to figure that scenario out. I just felt like an ambush, a robbery or something like that. All I heard was just shuffling, just movement, as if it were pitch black. Oh, my goodness. This card, I believe that 4 of Pentacles also flipped out in the deck, that I had to actually manually pull it out of the deck like these 2, like it was not supposed to be known. This 4 of Pentacles has to do with possession, value, what somebody wants to hold on to. I mentioned an ambush, possibly a robbery. I don't want to jump ahead, but I'm feeling like one of the family's concern is, well, how do we get the money? The family of the person who's unalive wants to know how they can get to the assets. And I believe that's another reason why they're trying to get these questions answered, because something's not adding up for them. Pun intended. Something's not making sense. This Queen of Wands knows more than what they're putting onto. But with this possession control energy of this 4 of Pentacles, could have everything to do with why this Queen of Wands cannot say too much here. because possibly she could be, she would be in on the ambush, the robbery. Where's the funds? That's what the family wants to know. So I can't even judge the family because, it would seem kind of like crazy. Like, why are they worried about money? This is a time of their, grieving and bereavement and all of that. But then it makes sense if they already were tipped off or already had, they were suspect about this relationship with this Queen of Wands that this person who is unalive had, because it had to do with money. It had to do with some sort of funneling of money is what I'm hearing. So the family is wanting to go ahead. That's the pinpoint. They've already had concerns around financially. I'm hearing guard. So financial matters when it came to their family member, that they're like, wait a minute. So you're telling me it was this, but what we know, what we heard from the unalive person's own mouth, what we've witnessed with our own eyes, that there was always trouble surrounding finances. I don't know if they know about the funneling part of it. Okay, I'm being reminded of that word that I couldn't remember. Did it have to do with like some sort of scamming? Maybe not, but that was the alluding of when I said that word. I can't wait to watch this video back from the beginning. So y'all have the scenario, right? Now I have anxiety over this. This is crazy. I want to see what these cards are. They're face down because then we're going to get over into the Queen of Wands business here in just a moment. But let's see what these two cards are, because they're tied to this Five of Wands, 10 of Swords energy, to where I said possibly there was an ambush. Let's see what these are. All right, before I even turn these over, I'm seeing these two have the best time of their life. This Queen of Wands and whoever the person is that's unalive, having the best time, just walking down a sunny street, arm in arm, licking ice cream cones, just happy. But if this Queen of Wands knew what was going on later on that evening or night, then it was preparation. So I just got that image of them just kind of walking down the street enjoying each other. Because it could have been after. I heard committal. So after a committal, it didn't seem like it was possibly coming from a very joyous occasion. I heard pressure. So this Queen of Wands could have put some sort of pressure on this person. I don't know if it was to go into union or if it was to get back together after being separated for some time, conflict, all of that kind of stuff. Because it really feels contrived, is what I'm trying to say. Let me turn these cards over and see what's going on. All right, you have the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. I heard bitterness just now. So I heard get back, and then I heard attempt. So a get back attempt. I heard get back to the money. So if this Queen of Wands was possibly cut off from someone who was in a financially stable energy, or at least that was, I don't know how they knew that. Maybe they were aware of some sort of financial increase or abundance, or maybe their career was very good, or they drove nice cars or had nice clothes. It could have been an illusion that this Queen of Wands fell for. But nevertheless, the Queen of Wands ultimately wanted this for themselves. Four of Pentacles. So they could have invested in something together with the Seven of Pentacles. So this could even be business. They planted something as an early seed and it just grew. Seven of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. I feel like the Nine of Pentacles is like, okay, I got it from here. I feel like that would be the Queen of Wands saying, no, I got it. You can go do something else. I'll watch over this. I got it. You know I'm capable. You know I'm good. I can do this by myself. That's what I'm getting from the Nine of Pentacles. That's the Queen of Wands talking to whoever was unalive. Queen of Wands is saying, no, I got it. I got it. You see, I got it. I got it. Then behind that is the Four of Cups. Like, man, I wish that, you know, I can have everything, like the family, the house, the car, the dog, the cat, the picket fence. The Four of Cups is giving me that this Queen of Wands wanted it all, but they wanted it their way. They didn't know how to, I'm hearing achieve. So they didn't know how to achieve outside of what it is that they knew. Okay, so I'm hearing what would bring them wealth. So this was a big scheme for this Queen of Wands. I'm getting the sorcerer energy because I feel like that's where the plan came from, as to connect the dots to get to some sort of abundant energy. But ultimately it costs someone's life here. But this is a story that the family is not going to get. There's not going to be any mention of sorcery in this person's story. Like the Queen of Wands would be telling the family member, they don't want to say too much because they know. But the Queen of Wands would want to say, yeah, you know, we really had a hard time, and I thought we were doing good when we had that successful business together. We were doing wonderful. But, you know, when they just kind of went off, they would just disappear for days at a time. And I was left, you know, handling everything by myself. Nine of Pentacles. Even though they told that person, I got it, go do something else. I got this, because they knew what they were doing the whole time. This is why they can't say too much. Four of Cups. We got it, Spirit. We got it. We got it. We definitely got it. All right, let's get in the Queen of Wands up. Let's get in her business. Behind the Queen of Wands, because we got your number. And here's hoping the family gets to have justice. Because right now it's in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. They don't have justice. They got questions. Queen of Wands ain't coming up off of nothing other than what she just told us. So she's going to try to say the person possibly had a drug habit because they would disappear days at a time. That's where that came from. And that they had to handle everything on their own. She might be with child. So she was pregnant by herself, no food in the refrigerator. She had to entertain all these requests and phone calls, and I don't know what that is. And possibly the family don't know either. That's why she can't say too much, y'all. Queen of Wands is trying to come off squeaky clean, as if she wasn't running an escort service with this person who's unalive. And both of them were not only the owners, they were clients too. Right. She can't say too much. And she can't say that, you know, she was working magic on this person. That's where the sorcery comes up. She can't say she was doing that either, because that possibly could have led that person to drug abuse and to selling themselves and to whatever it was to get the money. That's what I heard. Get the money. She can't say too much of anything. All right, we got it. My mouth is dry. I usually have water here. I would take a sip, but that dry mouth might have something to do with something. And let's not forget the chest pressure that I felt over here, possibly connected to that ambush robbery unaliving. So let's see. Behind the Queen of Wands, we have the Four of Wands reverse. Then we have the Two of Wands reverse. So she already tried to blame it on, you know, they might have went through some sort of separation energy, because the person she claimed would disappear days at a time. We don't know that to be true. Maybe it was. If it was because of a drug habit, fine. But if it was because she sent them out on the stroll and said, you better come back with my money or else, Four of Pentacles. Could have been that. She can't say that. Two of Wands is like, eventually I'm going to be out of here. let me see. Okay, so we're talking about wands. This is all fire energy, by the way. But the wands would be handled by this Queen of Wands. We got a Four of Wands reversed. So she was basically, and she was responsible for this risk of losing a foundation here. But that would be her own doing. So that would be her own workings, her magic, the sorcery. She caused this. I'm hearing a result of. So she caused this foundation to crack with this family union, unit, whatever this is. She was the cause of it. But if this is the family who is now not celebrating because they're planning a funeral, she caused it. With the Two of Wands reversed, somebody dropping everything and walking through a whole threshold of a different life. That's where she's headed. But ultimately, that was her plan. Every incantation, every spell, every working, every dash of this in the food, every sprinkle of that in the drinks, whatever this is, she single-handedly pulled it off. Another thing I'm hearing is that, but you'll never be able to prove it with this Justice card reversed as well. You'll never be able to prove it. But that's why I said she can't say much, but I was already getting, because she has a squeaky clean appearance to keep. So this Queen of Wands family is not who you think she is, but that's what this person was well aware of or not aware of at all. I feel like ultimately it cost them their lives, but if they were aware, it was because they had to do what she said. But if they're under spell work, then that's a whole nother thing. Like, they're not even going to question anything. They're just going to go with it. Like, yes, dear. I'm getting the energy like she totally punked a masculine. All right, because it's like pressing on me. I still have to say that this could be someone who identifies as a woman but is a man. Because that's still there. It's just circling. So that could be another option. It's a general reading, y'all. Because yes, that Nine of Pentacles could be someone with child. So I understand that those two don't fit, but it's a general reading. But I'm just giving you the possible scenarios by way of what I'm picking up. All right, so we have these two cards underneath this energy with this Queen of Wands. So we have the Page of Swords. That's that bubbling up energy. There is going to be some sort of truth spoken here. It could be a gender reveal at the end of the day, but I feel like that's a distraction. Just to throw the family off, throw everybody off from really asking the important questions. If I hit them with the shock, you know, that I'm really a man, you know, that'll hopefully grant me some sort of saving grace here. So then, you know, that would then fall back on the unalived family member, even though they're gone. But then the family's going to be like, wait a minute, what? You know, so it like sends them kind of over there in a little huddle. Like, we didn't know. Did you know? No, I had no idea. Right. And then this one's over here like, whew, you know. But something's going to come. There's going to be some light shed here. And it could be possibly surrounding that scenario. Because that transgender energy is here from the get-go. They could possibly say that this person was dealing with transgenders. And they may possibly just be like a female. But there is a diversion here. Because this Queen of Wands Can't say too much. But if she can come up with something that could possibly be true, but it's not believable, okay, so that's the skepticism also tied into that I was picking up. Something that is going to be stated, but it's like, it could be true, but then again, we're not sure. But, you know, they have the main person who could say and agree with, yeah, it's true. They can't. They can't. They're gone. So this Queen of Wands really is having things her way. Like the final say is hers. But it ain't adding up. Behind the Page of Swords, we have the Knight of Swords reverse. So it's reckless. Whatever this truth is reckless. It's about to wreck everybody. It's going to hit them sideways. But that would be what I said, or what Spirit told me to tell y'all. Possibly this Queen of Wands saying that this person was a prostitute, like a male prostitute. They mess with a lot of transgenders. They had a virus, a sexually transmitted disease. They had this, that, and other. So the Queen of Wands can move on squeaky clean with this money. Because that's really the question the family has. Where's the money? Queen of Wands got it. I heard the ultimate sacrifice. That's what I just heard. All right. Behind the Justice card reverse, got the Nine of Cups. I heard the truth wherein lies here. If that's how that's said. The truth lies where... No, I think I said it right the first time. But somebody's like, I ain't got to tell you nothing. So this is somebody like, look, I'm free and clear here. Is there anything else I can help you with? My assistant will see you out. I don't even have to get up from my seat. Like, is that all? Can I go? That's that Queen of Wands. Behind the Nine of Cups, the Fool card reverse. They're free and clear, y'all. I heard as of yet. As of yet, they are free and clear. Behind the Fool card reverse, there he is. There's the King of Pentacles reverse. I was going to say the King of Pentacles, but I said, no, I'm going to slow my roll. There he is. That's the one. That's why the family want to know, where's the money at? Because we heard some things and we, where's the money at? Because that's how the family can tie things to this Queen of Wands, like something ain't adding up here. Something not sounding right. But the Queen of Wands is not saying much of anything because she don't have to Nine of Cups. Because she don't have to Fool card reverse. She's free and clear. All right, y'all. Time for me to head on out, but I hope this helps.